Hey guys, welcome back to L.I.F.M, and we are going to be doing a game of EDH on MTGO. I'm playing my Bladewing deck, and I'm facing a Teferi deck, which already has me feeling not so good. We're gonna keep this hand. It's a pretty bad hand actually, but we're gonna run with it. Just wanna knock a few games out. We're gonna need to get ourselves a black mana soon, and I fully expect him to counter everything we play. The fairy decks in general are pretty brutal, and this is on MTGO 1-on-1. These decks are normally fine-tuned completely for one-on-one play. Okay, so we got a swamp. We'll cast it next turn. Cards like Shield Dread are probably just never going to resolve against this deck. We're going to swing for one here before we do anything else. Now we'll play a swamp and attempt to resolve Singe Mine Org. Probably not going to resolve, but we can't wait hoping he doesn't counter stuff. We have to just throw stuff out there. And wow, a land, okay. So he probably has a lot of lands in hand. He didn't even pretend that he was going to counter that or anything. Almost like he was confident that he wasn't going to take damage. Or the odds of him taking damage was going to be slim. So if he has a bad hand, we can probably capitalize on that. I'm going to throw down the Bladewing Thrall here, because if he actually does counter it, we don't mind this card being in the graveyard, because as soon as we play a dragon, it comes back into play. And I highly doubt he has any graveyard removal in his deck. Maybe cards to shuffle it back into my library, but that's about it. Okay, we're going to swing here. He's probably going to be flashing Teferi into play. We're going to swing anyways, because if he does flash it into play, we can kill it on our turn. Yep, that's good. We wanted that. And the reason we didn't do this in response is because once the fairy is actually out, we can't. Each opponent can cast spells only anytime they could cast a sorcery. So once that hit play, I couldn't do anything but just wait. Okay, so that's good now. Teferi costs 7 to recast. He's only at 6 mana right now. And if he casts something else that's reasonable, we'll just destroy it. We also want to be careful with stuff like Shield Dread, because he is running mono blue, so there's a good chance he can steal our stuff, and we don't want him having Shield Dread. Not even for a turn. So we're going to be very careful with that. I might not even cast it. Unfortunately, I cannot destroy that. So that's not good for us. We're going to swing one at Tezzeret here. There's no reason to leave him alive. And we're going to swing 3 at his life. Okay, so we're gonna put Rakdos Pit Dragon into play here. Just want to get as many threats as possible out there. Because right now he has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 mana open to him. And if he plays a land, now he has 12 mana. So he can easily recast the Teferi and have mana open still. Okay. So now his lands are going to tap for even more here. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 mana next turn if he needs it. And that's what we meant. Okay, so we're gonna actually attempt to kill our creature in response, because he gets to untap 5 lands if this resolves. We don't want that. He'd untap all his lands and just have all that mana open to him. And cards like this is exactly why we're going to be very careful whether or not we cast Shieldred. Three, 6, 7, 8. Unfortunately, we're just going to pass the turn here. If he's trying to cast his commander, he can't do it right now. Okay, so apparently he's just going to draw a shit ton of cards. Probably end of my turn or something. Okay, we're going to attempt to resolve our commander here. For the simple fact that we want him to have flying. Because his commander is most likely coming into play here. As for as much as Teferi does, he does not fly. Since we can't do much else here, we're going to pass the turn and wait for the ridiculousness to ensue. So he's drawing 10 cards because he can. Thing here is I don't even know if he's playing some kind of combo deck. I don't think I'm going to win this match. This deck is just too simple for these kind of matches. So even though he's at 20, this might be pretty free for him. Yeah, he's just gonna... I'm probably just gonna end up scooping here. I can't deal with Karn. And I don't think there's anything I can draw that can stop that. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I had 10 mana, I could cast Batterskull, equip it, and swing a Karn for 6 or something, but I think he just has me here. I'm just gonna scoop. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys.